Hello guys, my name is Julia, I'm from Ukraine and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk with you about 5 things. I'm gonna give you 5 tips which is very important to take into consideration when you start the relationships or when you actually planning to go into something serious. I'm not talking here about like one night type of stuff, but if we are interested to make it work for a long period. So these are 5 things you have to kind of like keep it in mind, and I promise you, you will go far and even far than you probably plan. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the first thing, which is very important, like do not force anything. I'm not talking to wait 1 year to invite somebody for a date, but this is about do not try to create this picture that this is your person, this is your boyfriend forever, or this is your next woman. I mean, after 1 or 2 dates. Do not try to kind of create the picture that this is possibly this is it before you actually really know the person. Like start from the friendship. Like get along with the person, feel how you get along. This is a very important part. Like when you do not put any expectation on somebody, when you're not labeling anything, when you're not planning anything like with specifically this person, everything just goes naturally. Allow everything unfold naturally. Do not decide that this person probably can be like something before it appears just by itself. Allow the natural flow, appears this feeling like that you really kind of feel that something is going on between two of you. If it doesn't come, so it doesn't matter. Like it's not a person you gonna go and be friends with a lot of people. Maybe you gained a really awesome friend for the lifetime when no sexual attraction came up to that. But do not start just from sexual attraction. Do not force the situation because you have to build something deep between two of you before the attachment on the sexual level appear. This is important part. And allow everything to unfold naturally. Just do not label anybody as something. Trust me, you won't miss if it comes to you as something. Yeah. Okay, the second is do not start anything with anybody when you have somebody else in your heart. You would say like, but I wanna, like, this is a good idea. I know people like it just to start something with one person to forget another. But the thing is that when you go, as I said in the first tip about you're just communicating with person, if you feel how everything goes, like you just go with the flow with this person without planning anything, and then you feel that maybe with this person you feel much more interesting and better, and you really want to go into this. Even if you have somebody in your mind or in your heart, on like you were heartbroken just recently and you want to forget that fast, you have to keep like sit and feel, be honest with yourself. If that old person comes to your life, will you finish with new one or will you not? Just answer this question before jumping into serious with a new person, because if it's yes, do not do it, because this relationship will not be alive for long, because this is an indication. If the new person for you is not better than the old person, it's not gonna work. Like you have to literally feel very clearly that nobody would disturb that anyhow. You have to feel it. If you don't feel it, so it doesn't worth it. When you do not force anything, just communicate, you feel that like natural, you lean to each other somehow. And then you want to spend more time together, and this person feels more deeper than somebody old. So this is what can be stable. You just start to understand that this new person like worth your efforts, your time, worth like to sacrifice something from the old for this new. Okay, so this is here we come to the next tip. The third tip is very important, like do not miss this, never. You have to learn to differentiate 2 things. There are different things happen with people. People are not perfect, and it's okay. We always learn that we have to accept people the way they are, stuff like that. But we have to differentiate um, the difference between ugly behavior and the ugly habits. Ugly habits, it's simple stuff. When person just, I don't know, eats his nails, forgets to, I don't know, wash the teeth before sleep, keeping his fork or spoon everywhere in the restaurant, or, maybe have different collections of weird, like insects or whatever, like weird ugly stuff which you are really kind of don't understand, but when you like person, you just okay, you kind of get along with this, you kind of find a way to organize this type of stuff in your daily life together, and you actually with time you start to love these different things because it makes the person who he or she is. This is ugly habits. But ugly behavior, it's when the person behaves without respect to you. This is when the person behaves like rude to the waitress in the restaurant, for example. Or when this person talks very bad about the ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. Or when this person talks very bad about his parents. And these are the moments, this is like red flags. Because if this person is like this is an indication that it's going to happen in your relationship. Maybe, for example, this person is taking you to his or her friends and behaving like laughing at you or something like what you don't feel okay. This is ugly behavior. Do not tolerate it. And try not to have sex before these things appear. And you can see how a person shows him or herself in different situations, how he or she behaves when she's drunk, when she's angry, when she's this and that, you can see it, and then you understand, are you ready to accept it or not? So this is very important. Differentiate the ugly habits from the ugly behavior and never tolerate ugly behavior, because if the ugly behavior keeps going, it's just this person will be rude and bad to you in relationships even more. Just know it. If it happens already in the beginning, so it's a very, very red flag. The fourth tip, which is also important, especially in the world we live in, do not give too much attention to the appearance. You can say like, oh my god, for me it's important, like I want a person to look sexy and all of that stuff, but I want to tell you one secret. If you love the person, this person will be sexy for you anyhow, anyway. In any ugly clothes, with any, like, I don't know, bad, good looking stuff, and you don't care. When you have feelings, you do not really care. So it's like the same as you do not judge book by its cover. Do not judge person by the way he or she express him or herself, because the way we wear our clothes, this is how we actually express ourselves, look through clothes. And the person can be easily just not really easy with that. This person can be very awesome in, I don't know, adventures, or I don't know, science, or maybe in some logical, maybe ancient knowledge, any of the things which is not connected really to something creative or art oriented, because person, when he or she feels how to manage colors, which boots are good with this pants, it's just you have to feel it. Do not not everyone just feel it. I've spent a lot of years in the fashion world, and trust me, I spend a lot of time with people who have very beautiful look, but they have very ugly and bad inside. And this is just so tricky. When we choose somebody to spend our lifetime with, this is not important if this person is good looking for all of the people. This person has to be special and very, it's your person. It doesn't matter what actually he's wearing right now on him. Maybe with time you go together in some mall and buy different stuff for you, if you think it's important. But still, react on energy which goes from the person. React on the energy which flows, the vibe. how you feel next to person. It doesn't matter what he or she wears, but if you like the way the person just makes you feel, this is a very awesome indication that this is probably the person you want to spend lots of time in your life with. Somebody you want to travel with, somebody you want to, I don't know, spend different holidays and I don't know, New Year days and birthdays, and the person with who you want to create family. Spend evenings together and talk about stuff. Like, think about it. It's not about like appearance. Appearance will change. In 20, 30 years, we'll be very wrinkled and old, and so it doesn't really matter. So do not give that much attention to appearance. React on the way you feel next to person. Okay, and the last thing which is very important here to mention is also the 5th tip: do not fall in love. Yes, you heard it right. Do not fall, because it's not good to fall and to lose yourself into relationship. When you feel something special, do not forget about your integrity. This is very important. You are whole already. And this person is attracted to you because you have different mix of different awesome stuff going on. Like, you have your interests, you have your hobby, you have your activities, you have different things which is going on in your life, and that's why this person is attracted to you, because you are interesting. But when you lose your focus from yourself to this person and start to make him or her as the center of your universe, you become less interesting for this person. When you fall and when you losing yourself into relationships or into the person's energy, this person just loses interest to you, because it's very important to be whole and to be already independent. And that's when healthy relationship can be built, when two independent creatures building something together. And the thing is that nobody wants to be next to someone who is trying to fill all the voids by somebody else's energy. You want to be next to somebody who can have dignity, who have self-worth, who have self-respect, who can respectfully explain you where the boundaries is. You want somebody who is already self-sufficient and he's not needy or trying to call you every 2 hours, how are you, I miss you, all of those stuff. Nobody likes that. Just do not fall into this. So the real partnership is when you really when you kind of support each other, when you keep each other's hands, when you support each other when the health issues come up, when different people have different fears, but another person is it's not your other other half, better half, or any of such bullshit. You are whole, and another person is also already complete. And when you two together, you're power couple. You kind of have best friend, the person with who you can have amazing sex, and with who you can create an awesome family, with who you create business together, with who you can travel. This is somebody who you can this is partnership. You choose. You're not forced to kind of be with this person. You are choosing somebody to spend lots of your time in your life in future. Choose it and let it be this person is going alongside you, and sometimes you support him or her, sometimes he or she supports you, and this is how healthy thing is built. Nobody's falling into anyone. Okay, so I hope it was helpful, because if you follow these things, your relationship will be solid, I promise. Really this is the things which work. And okay, build healthy relationships, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.